gonna make a cmos smoothie, okay? But not a green smoothie. So this is just something you make with your cmos. So simple. Again, you guys always know, ignore my Nutribullet cup. It's disgusting because it's clean, but I put turmeric and everything else in here and it's just died. Hey, Beverly. So what we're gonna do for our cmos, this is something you could do in the morning, you could do in the evening. I'm not really a cook, so I'm gonna say that's about a cup of your milk, almond milk, rice milk, coconut milk, any milk you wanna use. Then we're gonna put a banana in here. I'm gonna use, since I'm not making that much, I'm gonna put like half a banana in there, okay? Then we're gonna put our cmos in there. Where's our cmos? So you can put your whole portion for the day, which is 2 tablespoons. I've already had cmos today. I'm just gonna put a tablespoon of cmos in there. Now remember, cmos is a thickener. So cmos will make whatever they use it like for sauces and things to make it thicker. So you can put cmos in this. So this is actually gonna be a lot thicker. Okay, now what I'm gonna add in here is for a natural sweetener. All right, wait a minute. Natural sweetener, I'm gonna add some dates. I love dates. Make sure you take the pit out. I'm just gonna add 1 date because we're not making that much. And then I ran out of cinnamon, so I just broke up a cinnamon stick and I put it in here. But you can add vanilla to this, you can add nutmeg, any of those type of spices. That's it, guys. So I'm gonna show you this. This is an easy way. So this is an easy way to get your cmos in the morning, at night, if you don't want to make a green smoothie. Of course, now I can't get the top off the Nutribullet. Give me 1 more second. Ugh. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. All right. Well, this would be delicious. Wait a minute. Just give me 1 more second, guys. 1 more second. My hands must be wet. Okay, all right, there we go, there we go. So you just take this off. So now the cmos has made this thick. Oh my, when you want to talk about something, this is so good. I got a little bit of cinnamon left, which I just spilled right there. You put it right on top. Girl, bye, girl, bye. This is so good. So this is a way, if you don't want to make a green smoothie, to make a cmos smoothie and get your cmos in. It's warm, it's room temperature. You can make this, put it in the refrigerator, make it cool, but it is so good. So it's banana, it's cmos, and cmos makes it nice and thick. Almond milk, cinnamon, nutmeg, all that type of stuff. And I sweetened it with dates. So that's a great way to get your cmos in if you don't want to make a green smoothie. This is so good. I probably didn't even need the dates because my banana was pretty sweet. This is delicious. Okay, all right, so that's one way. Oh my God. Okay, way number 2. Now what I've done is I took my cmos gel and I put it in the pot on the stove with just a little bit of water so that I made it soft again. Okay, so I'm gonna take 2 teaspoons of cmos gel. I'm gonna put it in my pot. Again, just the same thing with my Nutribullet thing. Disregard my pot because I don't cook, so all my things always burn up and stuff. So I just put 2 teaspoons of cmos. I took the same gel that I made and I just put it in a pot and I just let it, I warmed it up a little bit so that it turned into a soupy liquid, okay? And then I'm just gonna get some water. Alkaline water, remember what I said about our alkaline water? Our bodies are usually always acidic because of what we eat, and disease thrives in an acidic environment. So we want our body to be a little more alkaline. Disease cannot live in an alkaline environment. So on the pH scale, which goes from 0 to 14, water is a 7. So it's neutral. It's not acidic. It's not alkaline. When you buy alkaline water, this is, I think, 9.5 alkaline. So every time you're drinking this water, it's pushing you over to the alkaline side, less acidic. So you should always be drinking alkaline water just to keep your body less acidic, because we don't want any disease in there. So I'm gonna just take my teacup. I'm just gonna fill it up with water so that I know exactly how much. So now remember, I put 2 teaspoons. You can put 2 tablespoons. This is so that you can get your whole CMOS thing done in the morning. 2 teaspoons right in there. Put my water in. Now all you're gonna do is choose your favorite tea. So I'm gonna do a little pomegranate tea. I'm gonna put this in here. And what else I'm gonna do is, because I'm using a berry tea, this will actually, I'm sorry guys, this will actually probably be really good. I'm gonna add some elderberry syrup to this. All right, so now what I have in here is a cup of alkaline water, 2 teaspoons of CMOS gel, my pomegranate tea bag, and elderberry syrup. I'm gonna heat that up, and that's how you make tea. That's how you make CMOS tea. So this way, if you're a tea person, you can get up in the morning and you can just make tea out of it and drink it. Now let me tell you the pitfalls with that for me. I find that like this stuff, I'll drink. My smoothie, I'll drink. When I have tea, I'm a tea sipper. So I sip on the tea and, you know, but sometimes I'll come home at the end of the day and I'll look and the teacup is there and it's halfway empty. So I didn't even drink all of it. And the thing is, you gotta make sure that you take the CMOS. So my fear for me in putting it in the tea is that I won't drink the whole thing. So as long as you know that you're gonna drink all of your tea, make a CMOS tea. It's tasty. You can put your raw local honey. Like I said, you can put your elderberry syrup in it. And then you can have that and get your 2 tablespoons of CMOS. And the goal is to get 2 tablespoons a day. So you can get that in a tea, or you can get that in like your banana smoothie, okay? Hey! All right, you guys have any questions so far? Can you add alcohol? Actually, to this, you probably can. It's sort of like a dirty monkey or whatever those things are called, brass monkey, I don't know. In the islands, that monkey, chocolate monkey, chunky monkey drink, you probably could. Because you know what, it is tough times. If you have to add a little Jack Daniels and rum in there, you could. Look, Jack Daniels and rum does not take away from the fact that you put CMOS in your body. So yeah, I guess you could. Hey Jennifer, hi Jennifer from Cali. Hello sister. All right, anybody questions? She'll always have a rubber band handy to loosen. Yes. So what do you do? Oh, you put the rubber band around the lid and it gives you traction to unscrew it. Yeah, because I am in this house. That is the only thing. I'm like, I'm an independent woman and, you know, I'm doing my thing and blah, blah, blah. I get in my house and I can't get a can open. And I'm like, where's my husband? How come I'm not married? Who's going to open up my cans for me? That will take me out. I have had to take my jars sometimes and put them in my bag and take them to the office and have a guy open it. Really? Ugh. Yeah, so opening a jar, that usually does take me out. The last week, and I think Jennifer was, I don't know who was on there, the last couple of weeks ago, I was like, hey guys, let's have a great Saturday and blah, blah, blah. And it's still Saturday, even though it's a pandemic and yada, yada, yada. And then I made a smoothie and I couldn't get the top off. And I went right on Facebook like, somebody help me get this off. They're like, what happened to Cheery doing? Shut up. When my tops get stuck, that's when I need a husband. Okay, all right, so that's 2 ways. That's 2 ways to get, don't forget the stove. I know, oh, Janet, you are my sister, because I will boil that thing and go to bed. All right. And that actually is pretty much warm enough. So that's how you make your CMOS tea. Pour that in. Make sure you mix it up so that the CMOS is in there. So that's it. So that's pretty nice. And then you can add some raw local honey. So now I've got CMOS. So after I finish taping this, I got to drink all this stuff. CMOS tea, CMOS smoothie. I'm going to have like a CMOS stomachache. But if you're a tea drinker, that's how you make your put this in with your other tea and your honey. All right, what else can you do with the CMOS? Now, I got something. When you guys boil your CMOS, not boil, when you rinse your CMOS and you clean it, remember we clean the CMOS, we rinse it off, we clean it, rinse it, clean it, rinse it. When it's totally clean and then we put it in the bowl and we submerge it in water, alkaline water we're using, and then we let it sit overnight. That water that you let it sit in, because it's clean sea moss now, that water that you let it sit in, it's been soaking in sea moss for 24 hours. That's some good water. It's all those things I said, the vitamins A, B, C, D, E, K, all that type of stuff is in the water. So I save the water. And this is what you can do with the water. When you're drinking your regular water for today, and look, here's my water for today. Did I drink all this yet? No, I put some vitamin C in here. But what I did is I drank a little bit, and then I poured some of the water from the sea moss into my regular water to drink today for the day. Now you wouldn't want to drink the whole thing of sea moss water at one sitting. That's too much. But I'll put like a half a cup in there, and I know when I'm drinking, I'm adding some extra benefits to my regular water. Is there such a thing as too much sea moss in your system? I have to look that up. I haven't found anything that has said too much sea moss. I mean, I'm sure if you're drinking like, I don't know, taking cups of sea moss, but no, like just like a lot of the vitamins, when your body has too much, it'll pee it out, especially like vitamin C, it'll just pee out what it doesn't use. But I'm gonna look up and see what the actual amount that's too much. I haven't read of anybody having too much. If it is, it's a lot. Like you would have to have like, you know, eat a whole 16-ounce jar of sea moss in one day. That probably would be too much. But what the recommended dosage is 2 tablespoons a day. So I'll take my 2 tablespoons, but I will drink a little of the water in my, add a little bit to my water. Guess what else you can do with the water, guys, which I love, okay? Guess what needs vitamins and minerals and all kind of healthy things? Yeah, you can just see my shivers. Your plants. So I will take some of the leftover water and I'll use it to water my plants because it gives them all that great stuff, the biotin, the silica, all that stuff, vitamins A, C, B. It's wonderful, and the vitamin C, it's great for your plants. And then I have a little plant bottle, so I'll actually pour some of this, the same water, in a spray bottle, and then I'll just spray down my plants. So seaweed water, you can drink a little bit. You're not gonna drink this whole thing, but you're gonna just pour a little bit in your daily water for today. If you don't want anything extra in it, then use this for your plants, to nourish your plants. Put this in your plant water. Spray your plants and nourish the soil. That's a good idea, right? It'll give you diarrhea. Yeah, too much will give you diarrhea. So I don't take more than 2 or 3 tablespoons a day. Sometimes I've taken 4. If I have like a smoothie in the morning and then I have this thing at night. But I've never had any problem with that. But like I said, you do not want to have, 8 cups of sea moss. You just don't need it. What else is there? So if you are a planter, and hopefully, I'm trying to work it out with the lady from the garden website. So she's gonna come on and she's gonna teach us about how to plant and garden. Hopefully that's gonna be Friday, so clear your schedule. So now what we have a banana sea moss smoothie. We have some sea moss and elderberry syrup tea. We're using our regular sea moss. We're putting a little bit in our water that we drink, but we're also using it to nourish our plants and spray our plants. Yay! And I'm gonna tell you 2 more things you can do with your sea moss, and then I'm gonna jump off because I want you guys to be good and clear and have time to watch Reverend Thurcell tonight. All right, so now the second thing you can do, you know how you can make, this is actually the 3, the fourth thing you can do, you know how you can use your sea moss gel as a face mask. So what I'll do is I'll just take a little bit in my hands, I'll warm it up, put it over my entire face and neck, let it dry. Some people say they put it on overnight. For me, it gets cracky and cakey. My pillows will be toe up, but I try to leave it on like a long time. So you can't leave it on a long time. That's all those vitamins and minerals and silica and great stuff, omega-3s, sitting in your face all day. It's good for you. Now that I haven't heard anything negative about the amount of time you leave it on. So I know some people put it on at night, sleep in it, and take it off in the morning. That's sort of a lot. But you can also make a scrub out of it. So I was playing around with this. So now I'm gonna use some of the one that I sort of melted back down in the stove so that it's a little liquid. So I'm gonna use a fresh clean spoon. Wait a minute. All right, I'm gonna use 1 nice teaspoon of sea moss gel. But I'm also gonna use 1 nice teaspoon, why did I put these shorts on, of raw local honey. And you know why they say use raw local honey? Do I have any left? There we go. A teaspoon of honey and mix those together. You want to use raw local honey because honey, local bees pollinate local flowers, and most of our allergies are to our local environment. So when you use local honey, it helps you build up an immunity to your local allergies. So that's why they tell you to use raw local honey. Plus it supports the farmers, it's made fresh, so I like raw local honey. Now honey in itself, why you would use it for beauty, honey is a natural humectant. So honey draws moisture into your hair, into your skin, and it traps it in there. Okay, so you're gonna mix 1 teaspoon of honey with 1 teaspoon of cmos gel, and then you're just gonna use regular sugar. And I put enough to make this like, you want the consistency of, when I do it for the body, I like the consistency to be of wet sugar. But when I do it for the face, it's a little bit, it's a little bit more liquidy. So now what I'll do with this is an exfoliator. So pull my hair back and make sure I have a clean face and exfoliate my face with honey and sugar and cmos. This is the double side. Then I leave it on my skin for at least 20 minutes. So now it's an exfoliator and it's a hydrating mask. 2 in 1, you love 2 in 1s. So like I said, you put this together, you do your whole face on it, honey, sugar, cmos, and then you let that sit on your skin and dry for at least 30 minutes. So now that you're exfoliated, now all that, the goodness, the moisture, everything, you're letting that dry on your face like a mask. And then I try to do it for 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, you rinse that stuff off. You are Cleopatra. Your skin is gonna be like, it's just nice. So this way is you're getting double. Are you gonna post these recipes? I sure will, Kimberly. I'm gonna try. I will. So this is a great, but also remember guys, in the post, the topics, if you go in the tribe, on the side there's topics. There is a button that says Dawn live streams. I put all these in there. So if you don't see it or you want to watch it again, you can go and watch these again because they're always on there. So this is a nice way to make a 2-in-1 face scrub and mask. Raw local honey, sugar, and your cmos. Yay! All right, I got one more thing for you guys. One more thing. This one, I've only tried once. This, you can use cmos. Now, you know how cmos, if you use it as a mask, it dries like this. But cmos for your hair is amazing. It gives your hair shine. It soothes irritated scalp. It nourishes the scalp. It changes the, it fortifies the hair fibers. So it does a lot for hair and scalp. So now you're starting to see a lot of people use cmos gels for the hair and this and that, and cmos conditioners. So I found a recipe and I actually used it once, and it is a cmos hair gel. Now it works really well if you actually like brush all your hair up and use it like this. And I was like, how can you make a hair gel out of this? But it makes a lot of sense. You know how hard cmos gets. So when you make this gel, it actually makes a hard gel that you put on your hair. This thing, I'm not gonna say like you could knock on it, but it will keep your hair in place. The great part about it is it's also keeping that cmos on your hair, which is filling your hair with all these hydrating, wonderful things, as opposed to like a regular alcohol gel that's just laying them edges down. This is laying it down with cmos. So it's another win-win. How do you make it? These things are so easy. All right, let me clean my spoon again. All right. You take 2 parts cmos. That's going to be 1 and 2. And then 2 oils. The other oil that you have to use is coconut oil. Now this coconut oil, you know, is usually solid at room temperature. This is only liquid because I put it in the microwave and melted it down. So you're going to use 1 teaspoon of coconut oil. And then you're gonna use a second oil of your choice. You know I love some olive oil. So I'm gonna do olive oil. That's pretty much it. You're gonna mix these together. So this is cmos gel, coconut oil, and olive oil. So it actually still looks kind of, but if you remember, once you put the cmos gel back in the refrigerator, it's gonna solidify and the coconut oil is gonna solidify. So you take this and you put this in the refrigerator. When you get it out, it's gonna be white because the coconut oil is gonna make it white and it's gonna be solid. So then what you do is you take this on your clean hair, put it on your edges, brush it. You're gonna need to put some, tie it down and just leave it overnight because it's not gonna instantly dry up. It has to dry. So you're gonna put this on your hair, especially if you wear buns and things like that. Put it in your hair, use something to tie your hair down. And when that stuff dries, it's gonna be like a hard rock and those edges are gonna be laid down. But they're gonna be laid down with cmos gel, coconut, and some other great oil. So that's a benefit for your skin. So if you can leave that on your hair, that's a benefit for your hair. If you can leave that on your hair, you know, the whole day, the next day, it's great. There's no downside to that. So that's it, guys. I hope that you enjoyed some other things that you could do with cmos gel.